Alright guys, by now you've definitely heard of the news. Let's talk about Marvel Studios and where they proceed forward now that they fired Jonathan Majors. Yo, what is up guys? Welcome back to the Supes channel. My name is Matt Ramos, and on this channel I am to entertain, inform, and inspire using the topic of discussion as always, which is superheroes. So guys, 2 days ago, we got the massive news that Marvel Studios has officially fired Jonathan Majors from playing Kang the Conqueror. Jonathan Majors is the same man that Kevin Feige repeatedly said the multiverse saga is being built on his shoulders. And now the foundation of the multiverse saga has completely been stripped away, and Marvel is in a very tough position. So, the reason Jonathan Majors was fired, as most of you guys know, he was ruled guilty in his assault and harassment case in court. In February, he's going to be sentenced and he's facing up to a year in prison. So obviously when stuff like that happens, Marvel Studios needs to act, and they acted really quickly, and they announced within a couple of hours that they have fired Jonathan Majors. And honestly, I think Marvel was ready for this. They had all of these conversations a couple of months ago of how they were going to proceed forward, and they were already just making the necessary changes and setting the plans forth to move forward without Jonathan Majors. So I think they've been preparing for this, and now this is just the point in time where us, the fans, the public, we all know what's going down. But guys, if we take a look at Marvel's year, dude, this has been the worst year in the history of the MCU's existence. I'm sorry. Marvel could have opened up Phase 5 with a worse film than Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania that severely underperformed at the box office considering its budget. Then, we obviously had Secret Invasion, we had The Marvels, which is the biggest flop in MCU history, and now to end the year, we have the Jonathan Majors situation. Don't get me wrong, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 and Loki Season 2 were absolutely incredible and were definitely the highlights of the year for Marvel, but overall, it's been a really bad year for the company, and now moving forward, Marvel is in a very just difficult position. Next, as we look forward to next year, they're only dropping Deadpool 3, and they've delayed a lot of their 2024 releases to now release in 2025 in order to sit back, recalibrate, learn from the mistakes of the past. But now with it officially being out there that Jonathan Majors is no longer going to be the centerpiece in Kang the Conqueror, should Marvel Studios recast Kang? Because if Marvel were to ever recast any character, Kang is quite literally the easiest character to ever recast. So that is certainly an option. Or should they completely scrap Kang altogether and move forward in a new direction with Doctor Doom and reintroduce him? Because ultimately, with all of this building up to Avengers Secret Wars was always a Doctor Doom story, and Kang never really had anything to do with it. So what should Marvel do? Should they recast Kang? Or should they move forward with Doctor Doom? Or do something else that we're not even talking about? If it were up to me, I think the best thing Marvel could do would be to scrap Kang altogether, cut that cord, and set course for Doctor Doom. And here's why. When it comes to the Kang the Conqueror situation, having any other actor step into the role of Kang, that actor is just going to constantly be compared to Jonathan Majors and what he brought to the role. And whether you like it or not, Jonathan Majors was fantastic as Kang, and he was so great in this character. But the momentum of the character overall, whether you have another actor stepping into the role, the momentum of this character has been completely shot. And we already start to see a little bit of this once Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania released, because Kang got his ass whooped in his first appearance by Ant-Man in a group of ants. So the momentum of the character was already stunted, and the reason anyone's been hyped for Kang was a hugely part of the Loki show. But now with the way things have panned out, the momentum of Kang as a whole has been completely stunted. So I think the best thing Marvel could do is to take a little break. They're already doing that in 2024. Slow down, delay a ton of projects, and just come up with a solid course of action for the next few years. So like that, we can actually get to Secret Wars in one piece, and it could all make sense, and it could all just work out, and they could adapt, because that's what the MCU did with the Infinity Saga. The Infinity Saga wasn't planned out from the beginning. They adapted with things that happened over time, and it ended up working, and it was a freaking miracle. That's why the Infinity Saga is so great. But now Marvel has obviously had so many hurdles and so many roadblocks in the way with Phase 4, with Phase 5, now with this situation. So I think Marvel needs to definitely just take a break, delay whatever you need to delay, and come up with a solid plan so like that we can get to Secret Wars and it could all build up in a great way and make sense, and that film can be done justice in the way it needs to be done justice. And I think it would be totally okay for Marvel to come out and be like, dude, one plan didn't work and we made a lot of mistakes, but guys, we've learned from our mistakes and now we've come up with a great plan that's going to bring the MCU back to glory. And this plan is centered around one man and one man only, and that is Doctor Doom. When one situation doesn't work out, the best way to get fans excited again for what's to come is to change course and have them focus on something else. You know, actually, now that I just thought of this, let's bring this up. It was actually reported yesterday that Marvel is in talks with Ryan Gosling for him to play a big role in the MCU in an unknown role. So we don't necessarily know what the role is, but boom, with Jonathan Majors fired and out the way, you come back and announce that Ryan Gosling is going to be one of the faces of the Marvel Cinematic Universe moving forward. That is how you get fans excited for what's to come. That is how you get people back on board. So in a similar situation that we're going from Jonathan Majors to maybe Ryan Gosling if that pans out, that is, you know, the fans, instead of the fans focusing on the fires, they're focusing on the good. When it comes to the characters themselves, instead of focusing on Kang the Conqueror and all of the drama behind that situation, boom, now we focus on Doctor Doom, the real baddest motherfucker in the entire Marvel Cinematic Universe, if we're really talking facts. Honestly, I don't think we're gonna hear about any updates about where Marvel's heading in the future anytime soon until San Diego Comic-Con, July 2024. I think that is where Marvel will definitely give those updates on where the universe is heading, on the project. They're going to be able to showcase footage from all of their 2025 films. They're coming back in 2025 with 4 different movies: Fantastic Four, Cap 4, Thunderbolts, and Blade. So they're going to be able to show footage from all of those films. And I think Comic-Con 2024 is more important for both Marvel and DC now than ever before. DC just ended their DC Extended Universe with Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom. That universe is done and over with. DC will actually have footage to show for both the Batman Part 2 and Superman Legacy at Comic-Con in 24. So this upcoming Comic-Con next July is going to be quite literally the biggest and most important Comic-Con for both Marvel and DC. And let me know what would get you guys more excited. If Marvel announced that Comic-Con that, you know, someone like John Boyega or, I don't know, some random actor is going to come in and step into the shoes of Kang the Conqueror. Or if they just say, guys, this is leading to one man and one man only. Ladies and gentlemen, Cillian Murphy, boom, Doctor Doom. Or someone of that stature, of someone on Cillian Murphy's level, someone of that status, that actor walks out on stage and they announce Doctor Doom. And they announce that he's going to be in Fantastic Four, and then they show the Fantastic Four trailer, and he's in the trailer. Whatever the case may be, that to me sounds way more exciting than just having another actor step into the shoes of Kang the Conqueror, who was already really well played by Jonathan Majors. And I know it's been said that Marvel could easily recast Kang, and that's certainly always an option, and it's really easy to recast Kang if we really think about it. But recasting the face of the multiverse saga that everything has been building towards isn't the same thing as recasting Terrence Howard as Rhodey or Edward Norton as the Hulk. Though they were side characters, you know what I'm saying? Though the status of their characters was nowhere near the level of importance of Jonathan Majors as Kang the Conqueror within this multiverse saga. So I think you just gotta scrap Kang altogether, move forward, and set course for Doctor Doom. But, you know, what do you guys think? Do you guys think Marvel should recast? What do you think they should do moving forward? Because Marvel is definitely in a sticky situation. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if we get a major exciting Marvel announcement within the next couple of weeks, whether it's an official Fantastic Four announcement or Ryan Gosling joining the MCU, whatever the case may be, just to get some good PR out there so like that fans start to focus on the good that's coming instead of the fires that are currently happening. With that being said, let me know in the comment section down below. Like this video, subscribe, hit that bell notification on my channel to get notified for future videos. Thank you guys for watching. I love you guys 3000, and I'll see you guys next time.